On this episode, these will be installed. We're done. Okay, in this episode, we'll be finishing off the engine install and the last of the parts. This is what's not in the boat so far or attached.
2 exhaust hoses, 2 pumps,
Lift cylinder.
lift cylinders for, and then, what's this again?
Zinc anode.
The zinc anode.
And the zinc anode goes on the bottom of the drive assembly. When you go to take the hoses off, take that off. It'll give you easy access to get to the lines.
Yeah.
And then the hydraulic lift pump down there.
And way over there.
Now, this is all that's left to go in there, and a few finishing touches, and we'll be able to fire this thing up.
Yep.
And then the stern drive just slides on the back when we're done.
Mhm. So much fun.
Oh, and you ain't got that hose on up there, do you?
No.
What? I want to look through holes. Alright, so we're going to tighten these down. Always remember, after you run it, come up here when the exhaust is all hot, retighten them again. You fixing that for Uncle Morgan?
Yes, and I'm doing it with you and Owen.
There you go, Morgan. How could it possibly go wrong with a carburetor tuner like that working on it?
Babe, what are you doing? What are you waiting for?
Him with an exhaust hose. What's he doing?
Owen, what are you doing?
Fighting with an exhaust hose that I just successfully got on.
Owen.
Come on, Owen.
It's on. Kinda. Okay.
I'll work it on there a little bit more. This one's longer than the other one.
There. It's all the way on there.
Work it on a little bit more.
It is.
Try and get a little more.
Here, let's see, Owen. How much room you got left to work it on there?
Yeah, that much.
Oh, okay. What's the cable going underneath of it?
The shifting cable. That needs to go on top.
Because,
Or the gas cable.
yeah, do we got any other cables underneath that gotta go up? No. Just that.
No, just this one.
Alright. Then line it up and I'll push it in. Alright.
Hey, you don't want your fingers here when you pipe. That'd be bad.
Thinking ahead, aren't you?
Yeah.
Safety first.
Got it all lined up on there?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. All the hard work.
Give me the right tap.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the magic of Mercury hydraulic electric trim. Here, Owen, a gift to you. Please install.
Yeah.
Huh.
Hi. Gonna put the jump cable on.
Stop and start. Okay, it's aligned. There's no bind no more. We had to bring the engine up about 3/4 of an inch on the mounts to get proper alignment. once it's properly aligned, you should be able to turn the dowel with no bind on it at all with 2 fingers. Just like that. It's all aligned nice and easy.
And it's been proven a miracle.
Yeah.
As you can see in here.
Alright. Alright, don't pump it, Owen. Just roll. It's cold. Let's see if it just starts on the idle circuit. Go. Hey, is it in neutral?
Well, she's finally aligned.
Welcome back. It's running. It's aligned. The only thing left to do in the morning is put the stern drive on
Yeah.
and go dunk it in the water. Everything went smooth except for the carburetor and the port
Yeah.
motor mount bolt. The
The port motor mount bolt, it was like it was rusted once it got up to a certain height.
yeah, we fought it pretty hard.
Heat, turn, heat, turn, heat, turn.
Right. But we had to bring up the engine about
An inch.
3/4.
3/4 probably.
And once we did, all the bind was gone. You guys have seen in the video there. All in all, pretty smooth. Compared to the carburetor.
Compared to the carburetor, the way that we all started going into the good direction is he was you're bringing it down and down, right? And we both wasn't sure if it was up or down. So I just looked where the coupler or whatever is from the engine to go to the steering drive, and every time you would put it in, you'd about to go down or up.
Right.
So that's how we started heading in the right direction.
He discovered a little trick. He was just back there, and I was pushing that dowel in. That dowel would go in because that coupler's mounted in rubber, but because it had a bind on it, when it went in, it would align the coupler to it. So he was in the back looking at it when I pushed it in, and he goes, "Dad, I can see which way it's moving." And so right away, we knew that the engine had to come up because the coupler had to come down. Yeah. And real quick, we'll use this as a prop here. So picture the motor mounts being here in the back and here in the front, and then put your finger up. The coupler sticks out past the rear motor mount.
Yeah.
And so you hold your finger there like it's just don't touch it.
Okay.
And see, it was like this, and when it would push in, it was pushing the coupler down. So we knew the front of the motor had to come up to make the alignment, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So little trick there if you have a second person when you're doing all this.
Much easier.
Although, if you have the Y pipe in, might not be as easy to see.
Yeah.
As we showed the other day, we didn't put the Y pipe in, so there's nothing coming up around the sides. It was real easy to see in there.
Yeah.
But other than that, we're gonna keep it kind of short tonight, and
tonight isn't 12 o'clock at midnight.
right. So the next video there, we will be putting it in the water. We'll show the stern drive going on there right before it goes to the water. That's just, it's a brand new drive. It just slides in. It's 6 bolts, and it's in. So that's why we didn't put that on. Well, we didn't have the gasket when we ran down to look.
Yeah.
That's why it's not on tonight. But
It would have been.
first thing in the morning,
It's gonna go on.
it's going on with a brand new gasket.
Yeah.
So
Then videoing and driving it.
yeah, high expectations, low expectations.
Pretty high, knowing that I put it together.
We're hoping. We don't want to get Morgan too excited there,
Yeah.
but I'm thinking probably in the low 50s. So we'll see if she'll pull over 50 mile an hour. But till tomorrow or next video for you. What are you forgetting?
Subscribe, like, comment, and hit the bell. Adios.
See ya.